All right, we're live on YouTube. I'm going to also go live on Twitch if I can. If I can figure it out. How the hell do I do this? There we go. All right, and we're live on Twitch, I think. I don't see it, but it says we are. I wonder what's going on with my camera on here.
Get out. I'm going to get you a treat. Stop. Get out. I'm going to get you a treat. Stop.
Man, this is weird.
Go.
This is really weird. Well, I guess we'll get to it. We're live. I'm by myself today. Caleb, as we discussed in the last podcast, Caleb is like several hours from me and wanted to keep the momentum going, even though we can't see each other all the time, you know? It's weird. It feels like I'm in therapy or something. I don't normally talk by myself with nothing else going on. And I don't want to play any music and get flagged for playing music. I've seen on some podcasts that they're getting flagged just for humming tunes, which is crazy. Life's getting weird. You never know what's really going on. Trust nothing. That's weird. I'm still trying to figure out the different functions of my microphone, and that's weird. Is that better? Still trying to figure out the functions of my equipment and still trying to get the right equipment because I don't have it. It's hard to do. You know, I got a couple of microphones, got the interface or whatever the thing that the microphones plug into, got a computer, got headphones, got some speakers. It all adds up. You can hear my daughter running around with my dog upstairs. I'm sure you can hear it because I can hear it super loud. It sounds a little excessive. Their mom will figure it out. But, yeah, things are getting weird out there. We got AI that's promoted by nobody is really sure who. Got all these really rich guys saying that it's good and how great it's going to be, and I don't know. Don't know what to think. And then they're all programmed. I feel like they could be like a propaganda machine. I don't really know what to think about it. If there's anyone viewing, let me know what you think. Yeah, it could definitely be used as propaganda because it's kind of like the new Google, and Google for sure was used as a propaganda machine. We all know that for sure. They kind of got in trouble for it. But, they got fined, and getting fined is the same as getting in trouble, I guess. I heard there was some kind of argument between Tucker Carlson and Kevin O'Leary about the data center in, I want to say Utah, that Kevin O'Leary's trying to build. And it takes up something like, it's like tens of thousands of acres of land that right now is probably a forest or something. I don't see how that can be that good. But you can never be sure. If anyone's listening, drop some comments. Give me something to respond to. I've never done a solo podcast before at all. And right now I'm doing it live. It's kind of different. Makes me miss Caleb. Caleb, if you're listening, miss you, buddy. Man, it really feels like I'm in therapy or something. Sometimes I hear Theo Von do his podcast solo, and that's it seems like that's how he treats his podcast, is like a therapy session when he's by himself. Maybe it's not a bad idea, but I don't know. I don't have a lot to bitch about. Got a wife, got a couple of kids, got a okay job, I suppose. The goal, though, is to become the boss. I don't like working for other people. When you work for other people, there's a middleman. They take up all the money, and they leave you with just enough to live and maybe buy a house if you're really lucky, and food. I don't know. It seems to me like the modern version of slavery, making just enough to scrape by, and the only difference is that you're allowed to leave the plantation. It's also the only difference between regular life and prison, really, depending on where you're at. But like minimum security, some of the guys are allowed to leave the fence. I'm not sure what they call them now, but the overall consensus is probably inmate. See you later. You might have noticed a death glare. I asked my wife to not interrupt me, but she decided she needed to come down here.
Adeline peed on the floor and I had to put it in the washer. You would have been bitching about that, so keep it up. I'll unplug the Wi-Fi. So you pissing me off.
I don't know, that just blew my whole train of thought. I don't know. It feels like when you try to do content stuff, it's almost embarrassing. And then it's like you're in the middle of talking to yourself, and someone comes down and they're like, I don't know. I'm probably just overreacting, I guess. Man, that really threw me off. I'm going to take a drink. Little Pepsi Zero Sugar. Unfortunately, not a sponsor. I wish Pepsi would sponsor me. If you're listening, Pepsi, I don't have much to offer, but I'll keep drinking Pepsis because they're good. And I need a little money. Anyways, I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I was at a little break anyways. I feel like a lot of my conversation style is asking people questions. And then when they respond, you continue on from there. Right now, I don't have anyone to ask questions to. It's just me. I'm asking myself questions. I know what I was talking about. I was talking about the employers being a middleman, and they soak it all up, and you get left with just enough to be a slave. So the ultimate goal, I think, is to be a business owner and maybe eventually have some employees. But when you have employees, you got to treat them better. If someone is, in some cases, people are literally running your business for you. And if someone's running your business for you that makes you more than a living, they probably deserve a good living. But maybe if I was a business owner, I'd go out of business for that reason. I don't know. It's kind of weird hearing myself talk. I feel like I'm used to it because we've been doing the podcast for 2 years now. But I don't know. I'm not. I'm really not used to it. Man, this is weird. But I got to go for a while. I can't just give you 10 minutes and 3 of the minutes is just me staring at the screen with a pissy look. Got to give you a little something. Man, this is weird. I hope at least somebody's seeing this or hearing this or something. You get to see me be awkward by myself. You get to see what I'm like when nobody's around. Pretty. I don't know. I feel like I try to make people laugh when I'm with other people, but I'm not going to make myself laugh. When you start doing that, you might start losing your marbles. If you see someone, objectively, if you look, I suppose this is the exact situation where if you look at somebody through a webcam and they have a microphone like this, and they're talking to themselves and nobody's responding, and they just start laughing hysterically, there's probably something going on there. maybe it'd be different because if I try to say something funny and I try to make the viewers laugh, if there's any viewers, maybe that'd be a little less crazy. I don't know. If anyone's listening, let me know what you think. I still don't know if on Twitch, if you can see me or not. It says I have one viewer in here. If you can see me, let me know. If you can't, let me know, because I got to get that figured out. I have this Samsung Chromebook, and it doesn't like me going live. And I am live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time right now. I can't imagine that that's going to be, that my computer is going to like doing that very much. You never know, though. I wish that my computer was compatible with TikTok Live. I'd like to do all three. Maybe eventually I would get like a Streamlab or something where I can stream on multiple platforms at the same time. Maybe that would be ideal. But right now I have maybe one viewer. I don't know if it's counting me as the viewer or not. But even if it isn't, one viewer and Streamlabs is fucking expensive. They advertise it as free. It's not free. It's like you can go live on one thing for free. I can go live on two things for free without your service. And they always have some sort of underwriting where they get you somehow. Either they're stealing your data or there's some sort of hidden service that they're not advertising right now. But the second you try to use their service, then all of a sudden it's $80 a month. That doesn't sound free to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe $80 a month is free, and I'm just some kind of idiot. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on the ShirtBurger backlight. Oh. There we go. I definitely know these are on right. These headphones are kind of wonky. My friend Dalton got these, and he gave them to me. We were trying to start a band together. I'm just not very good, and I don't really have the patience to sit down and learn an instrument. But Dalton believed in me, and he gave me these headphones. And Dalton, if you see this, thank you. Miss you, buddy. I wish we talked a little more. But he gave me these headphones. They're really handy. He gave them to me because at the time I was living with my parents. And my parents got really mad when I would practice bass because I had an electric bass. And to practice electric bass, you gotta play it on an amp. Otherwise, it sounds all wonky, and you can't play rock and roll without an amp. So I would try to practice with this amp, and my parents didn't like it. So he got me these headphones that plug in directly to the amp. So then I would just play, and it would sound like rock and roll, but only I could hear it. All my parents would hear is like the strings vibrating, and it'd be like boo, 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 or whatever song I was trying to learn at the time or try to create. I was never a musician, though. have a lot of friends that are musicians. I really, really think it's crazy that they can do that, because you have to have a lot of time, you have to have a lot of patience, and more than anything, you have to have commitment. You have to be dedicated. I gotta move this thing down. You have to be dedicated to learning that instrument, because if you're not dedicated to learning that instrument, you'll never learn it, because it takes so much time. I feel like after being married for a few years, for me, it was a lot harder to sit down and try and learn an instrument than to be a husband or a father. And I know that some of you guys, if you're listening, I know that sounds crazy, because those are such huge things. But we're kind of, as human beings, at least in Western society, we're kind of designed to be parents and spouses. I mean, parents, everyone's designed to be a parent, but in Western society, we're mostly designed to be spouses as well. And that's not a jab at any other cultures. This is the society that I know. Maybe someone from India is going to hear this and be like, that's what I believe too. That's great. But I don't know. I don't know you. You live on the actual opposite side of the planet. Some people don't realize Earth is pretty fucking big. So it's hard to know all the different cultures, to know all the different belief systems. And I have an interest in learning about that kind of stuff, but nothing too serious. It's just, there's so many different kinds of fucking people on this planet. It's insane. Man, I wish there were some people listening. I want to tell a really funny story. Maybe I'll do it anyways. So I had this friend from a few hours away come up and see me. And for context, I've been sober from alcohol for 3.5 years now. And the story I'm going to tell you is from the last night that I drank. And I woke up with a hangover and I was like, fuck this, I'm done. So my friend came up to see me. We'll call him Kyle. Kyle comes up to see me. Haven't seen him in a while. I'm a few hours away. He's like, we could always get drunk, listen to some Tyler Childers. I'm like, that sounds like an awesome night. And I'm like, but we don't have any alcohol. But I have a Costco membership. So we go to Old Faithful. I had a Costco in my town at that time. So it's about a 5-minute drive. We go to Costco. They have these fucking boxes of wine that you can get, which, new concept to me. Maybe you guys see them all the time. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you're like me. So I go to Costco. They have the box of wine, and it says right on it how many bottles of wine it would equal to. It's like 4 bottles per box. But they're like fucking $10 for the whole box. So obviously we went and got 2. And maybe a bottle of something. I don't know. I don't remember if we got another bottle or not. We probably did. So we get these boxes of wine. And then I had a whole bunch of random, just regular malt beverages. And we get back, immediately get to work. And my friend has never really handled firearms before. And I really like firearms. I'm not saying I'm some sort of expert in those or anything, but I'm interested and I have some. So I find my most basic one and I'm like, let's take it apart and clean it. He's like, sick, dude. So I take it apart. It's got a really long tube on it. And they in the cleaning kits they give you with some of the old shitty ones, they give you like a long metal rod with like a pipe cleaner at the end, and the pipe cleaner is the right size to clean. So I'm cleaning it, and then I'm like, oh, something don't feel right. The pipe cleaner part came off, and so I'm like, well, I could reach it before I try to push it through, or try to twist it on. Nothing's working. In the end, is one of those handles that just spins, so you can't like twist with it. So it's stuck, and I'm hammered. Shouldn't be handling these things. So, what's my only option? I got to get it out somehow. That's an easy answer. Butter knives. So I get a butter knife, try to push the butter knife in, and then push that with the metal rod. That doesn't work. The butter knife got stuck. So I'm looking around. What are my options here? Another butter knife. Put the butter knife in, try to push it through. You can't be fucking serious. It also got stuck. So I got two butter knives stuck. I look around. I'm still not seeing anything that's really handy or useful. Oh, another butter knife. I got up to I don't remember if it was 12 or 13 butter knives. Got stuck in there. This is so stupid. I'm such an idiot. Don't take advice from me. I'm really dumb. I get like 12 or 13 butter knives stuck in there. And then finally I look around and I'm actually looking because I'm out of butter knives. I can't really just come up with butter knives out of the sky. Oh, there's a little shoe rack. Maybe if I take it apart, I'll be able to use the metal tube from the shoe rack. The shoe rack actually does work, and it pushes all the butter knives out. It pushes the cleaning thing out. But of all those butter knives, I could have just used the piece of metal from the shoe rack. Why did I think butter knives were a good idea? Butter knives are like this long. The rod I already had was like 3 feet, and that wasn't working. So be careful. Don't handle dangerous items while you're intoxicated. It's a terrible idea. We had an awesome night, though. Kyle, if you're listening, I miss you, buddy. Cheers. I've been sitting here talking to myself for about a half an hour. That's insane. Let's see. Is there anything going on with me? Caleb and I are talking about starting a delivery service company of sorts. I got to get a CDL so that we can move forward. He's already got his. I already had mine, but I dropped it a few years ago because I was like, I'm not using it. I've already had it for several years. I haven't used it. When am I going to need it? Well, now I need it, and I have to go back, retake the testing. Gotta find. I want to get a Class A because I want to be able to drive whatever we decide to deliver with. I want to be able to drive it. And Class A covers pretty much everything. Then you can get your endorsements on top of that. So yeah, I've been doing a little studying. AI has been actually super handy with that. I've been telling it to give me like practice quizzes, and then if they're easy, I'll be like, make it way harder because this is fucking stupid. I've noticed that a lot of times with their quizzes, AI will be like, it'll give you A, B, C, D for your options. And almost every single time, I'd say out of the questions, probably like 190 out of 200 times, it's been either A or B. So if you have AI make you a quiz, that might narrow it down for you. I know now that I said that out loud, my phone's going to be like, it's going to be C or D every time now. Maybe it'll throw me a curveball, though, and keep it the same now that I'm expecting it to change. But the best way to pass tests, I suppose, is to study. I'm just really bad at sitting down and reading something that I'm not really interested in. Because obviously I'm interested in getting my CDL, but I'm not interested in reading the DMV's fucking manual or their, whatever you want to call it, their book. It's not very interesting. If you've ever been in a DMV, you know that those people don't really care if things are interesting. They just, the DMV's not great. I wanted to make a DMV joke, but it's kind of awkward making jokes to yourself. It sucks. A lot of the things that I'm interested in, you're not really allowed to talk about while you're on social media of any sort. I don't know how Twitch works. Maybe Twitch is a little different. Speaking of Twitch, I'm gonna message my friend and see if he wants to hop on here. I don't really know how to send an invite or anything, but it looks like he's probably at work. Damn, he works nights. Night weekends. It's the worst shift, buddy. You guys might know him. He's doing pretty well on Twitch. He's You Had Me at Gaming or Miller Death Gaming. He's big on live streaming. What are his games? Dead by Daylight and Risk. I've been seeing him post a lot of Risk, which I only knew Risk because of the board game, and I knew that it was a really fucking long board game that takes a lot of strategy. And maybe I would be interested in doing it, but most of the people that I know would not. They wouldn't want to play because it takes up so much time. That didn't help. Did this help? It takes up so much time, and you're just trying to play a board game. You want to play a round of Monopoly that might take, a half hour at very most. Visiting captor, WFP. That's probably not good. AI viewer, streamboo.com. I'm not doing that. Even though it'll take some work, probably mostly on me and what I talk about. I want all of my viewers to be authentic and come from real places. I don't want to cheat the system. I feel like that's going to hurt you in the end. I'd rather have 10 real viewers than 300 AI viewers. Or 3,000, whatever. Because the AI viewers aren't real. I know I haven't said a lot of things that really matter. I don't want to say that because that sounds like I'm getting down on myself, and I'm not. It's just, I suppose I got to work on talking about more things that people want to hear. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry if you're listening, but I'm on here to talk to myself. And I'm not going to talk about what you want me to talk about. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. And if you like it, stick around. If not, stick around anyway so you can argue with me. Give me a little content. Give me a little engagement. I don't mind if it's bad or good. Because odds are, if you're arguing with me on here, I probably don't know you and don't care to. So go ahead. Shoot your best shot. I didn't think I could talk to myself for this long. It was crazy. Poop. Hey, Sierra. Does it show up in the chat for you, the visiting captor WFP? Does it show you their comment, or was that like a system thing? Let me know in the comments. I just want to know if you can also see it. Okay. So it must have been an actual thing. Probably trying to advertise for themselves. I fucking knew it was black screen. I'm wondering if my computer will only do the webcam for one thing at a time. I mean, I'm still getting the audio out, so it's whatever, but I fucking knew it. I knew it. Yeah, it's probably an AI thing. I wonder. I'm going to go in my settings here. Okay, I changed my stream to audio only. Am I still live? That's weird. What the fuck? It's been echoing. Can you hear now? You ought to go engage with my live stream on YouTube instead so you can actually see me. Still black like me. I used to be black, but I called it a day. Oh, it says I have 2 viewers now. What's going on? Can you still not hear? Oh, that was a good back crack. I have 2 people in here. I wonder who else joined. Drop a comment so I know who you are. Excuse me. Goodness. Still can't hear. That's great. I'm going to try and fix that. That's crazy that now that I have 4 viewers, my microphone stopped working. Can you still not hear? What the heck? Still can't hear? That's so weird. What the fuck happened? You can hear now? I know there's no video. I think my microphone was partially unplugged from me getting up and dicking around. The screen's going to stay black because I'm also live streaming on YouTube and it's taking my webcam, which is weird. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end my stream on YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, love you. Thank you. But YouTube is over. Hopefully this works.